Want to talk?
Yes,
Hello.
you absolutely have to talk. Hey, was this part of the dream? Is this as good as like the big jump in the movie?
It's strange, you know. Like I said, I was out of the game for so many years. It's something I really appreciate is the second chance to work again, and that was all about having people trust me again after, you know, raising hell for 15 years and doing everything the wrong way. And, you know, I think after about 10 years, I didn't think it was going to happen again, and I just kept trying to change and work hard and not, you know, slip back into my old ways. And so I appreciate it a lot because it's a profession where, you know, if you work hard enough and many years go by, you can get a second chance.
Wow.
And also, I want to thank.
Feel like a champ?
Oh, I didn't. Well, I didn't. I don't know if because I was really nervous up there, so I didn't. Did I thank the Hollywood Foreign Press or no?
With lots of bleeps.
Yeah. Well, I'm not perfect, sweetheart.
Mickey. Hey.
Where?
Far right.
Far.
Congratulations to you, Mickey. Good for you. That period 10 years ago when you thought you were out of the
Well,
game.
it was like more like 14 years ago,
Okay.
if you want to be honest.
What,
10 sounds easy.
all right. 14 years ago when you thought you were out of the game.
Yeah.
How giant a leap is...
I like holding it. Don't worry about it. Sit down, cool it. Yeah.
How giant a leap is tonight from that period 14 years ago?
It's not so much a giant leap. It was, you know, I thought when I had left the business, I thought I could get back into it in 2 or 3 years, and it took, you know, 13 or so. So it didn't have, you know, it was a long journey.
Concept of trying to come back,
Yeah.
being rebuffed, keeping trying, the struggle of keeping at it. And did you ever give up? And
No, there ain't no quitting me. It was not about giving up. It's about, you know, if you misbehave and you're not accountable, and I didn't deal with you know, I didn't care about repercussions, so you pay the price for that, you know. And it's like any profession. You know, I tried to beat the system, and it beat the shit out of me, and so it took me, you know, 13, 14, whatever years to you know, for the doors to open up again.
And is this emotional for you because
You're not neurotic, are you, sweetheart? Look at it. Hey, wow. Can you hear me?
Yeah, and Mickey, because of the struggle,
Yeah.
is it? You don't look like it's an emotional moment, but is this in your heart very emotional for you?
Yeah, probably because I mean, it was never about my ability. It was never about me questioning that. It was about handling myself in society a certain way, which I always had problem with. And so, as far as I didn't realize it would take this long. You know, I'm grateful. I'm really grateful. I'm more grateful and thankful than I am surprised. If that makes any sense.
Thanks very much.
Hello.
But at the same time, there was a point at which another actor's name was attached in the trades. I'm wondering if you could talk about.
Well, I don't know if the part was written for me. I mean,
Okay, the writer said it did.
Well, I don't know about what the writer had to say. I know the director was developing this for like a decade or so, and then I guess he had me in mind, but it wasn't explicitly written for me. As Darren and I worked on it, we tailored it more to make it personal for me, and that worked out. And it even worked out where after about 6 days, I kind of felt working with Aronofsky, you know, we had something special, because, you know, it's not every few years you get to work with real special directors, like the way I felt about Cimino and Coppola and Adrian Lyne, and then Aronofsky came around and I went, wow, this cat's really talented, really special. He's going to know how to push my buttons and challenge me. And I don't know if this movie would have the success that it had in another director's hands from the material that I read. I think because Aronofsky is the talent that he is, it sort of took a life on, you know, its own. And after about 6 days, I felt that. And then by the time I finished the movie, I felt I gave all of myself. And it was the first time in a long time I gave all of myself. And I'd forgotten what that felt like since I was an acting student. So it gave me the kind of the courage to write Bruce a letter and ask him if, you know, because we didn't have much of a budget, so I was kind of asking him for a favor, you know, and I only asked that because I believed in the piece so much, and he wrote a very beautiful song called The Wrestler, which will probably be my favorite song till I go to my grave. And, you know, out of his heart and kindness, I mean, he just did it as a favor, and, you know, you can't put a price on shit like that.
Congratulations. I'm so happy for you. And I loved in your acceptance speech that you gave tribute to your furry loved ones. And I saw a picture of you with one of them. Can you, and it's so adorable, but can you tell us their names and what kind of dogs you have?
Yeah. I got them.
Do you have
I've got them.
pictures?
No, I've got them. All their names on my ring because not all of them are here. I've got
I love
BoJack the Great, and then there was Angel. That's his wife, and then there was the Kid Chocolate, named after a famous Cuban fighter. Then there was Monzon, named after another fighter. then there was Loki, named after the Nordic god of mischief, I believe. And then there was Nini, and just. The chick I was hanging out with at the time named her. Who did I leave out? Romy, named after the French actress. And then there was Domingo, who ran off with the coyotes. And, you know, so there's been quite a few. And now I've got, and Bella Loca, and Ruby Baby, and La Negra, and Taco Bell.